Hi friends, I am Ashraf and today we will discuss about counters in a LaTeX software in which we will discuss about printing counters, use counter of counter, value of counter, set counter of value, add to counter of value, ref step of counter, step counter of counter, day, month, year, and predefined counters, and alpha in small a, alpha in capital A, Arabic, Roman in small r, Roman in capital R, and FN symbol. First of all, we will discuss about counters. Counters, everything in LaTeX numbers for you has a counter associated with it. The name of the counter is often the same as the name of the environment or command associated with the number except with no backslash. Thus, the chapter command starts a chapter and the chapter counter keeps track of the chapter number. Below is a list of the counters used in LaTeX standard document classes to control numbering. Part, paragraph, figure, enome. Chapter, subparagraph, table, enome, section, page, footnote, enome, subsection, enome, m, footnote, enome, iv, and subsection. The MP footnote counter is used by the footnote command inside of a mini page. The enome throw enome iv counters are used in the enumerate environment for up to 4 instant levels. New counters are created with a new counter. Number one is alf, small r, alf, capital A, Arabic, Roman in small r, Roman in capital R, FN symbol. Print the value of a counter. Number two is use counter. Use a specified counter in a list environment. Number three is value. Use the value of a counter in an expression. Number four is set counter. Set the value of a counter. Number five, add to counter. Add a quantity of a counter. Number six is ref step counter. Add to counter, resetting subs diary of counters. Number 7 is step counter. Add to counter, resetting subsidiary of counters. Number 8 is day, month, and year numeric data values. Number 1 is alf, Arabic, Roman, and FN symbol. Printing counters, all of these commands take a single counter as an argument. For instance, alf of enome, note that the counter name does not start with a backslash. Alf prints counters using lowercase letters AB and alf using uppercase letters A, B, C, etc. Arabic use Arabic numbers 1, 2. Roman use Roman numbers I, double I, triple I, etc. Roman use uppercase Roman numbers I and I in capital form. F1 symbol. F1 symbol prints the value of a counter in a specific sequence of 9 symbols conventionally used for labeling footnotes. The value of counter must be 1 and 9 inclusive. Here the symbols as Unicode fonts in ASCII output. Asterisk, dagger, D, dagger, section sign, paragraph sign, parallel, double asterisk, double dagger, and double D dagger. Number 2 is use counter of counters. Its synopsis are use counter of counter in the list environment when used in the second argument. This command sets up counter to number the list atoms. It initializes counter to 0 and arranges that when atom is called without its optional argument, then counter is incremented by ref step counter, making its value to be the current ref value. This command is frequently put in the preamble. This makes a new list environment enumerated with text counter. Backslash new counter of text counter, new environment of text of percentage and begin of list braces curly braces percentage and use counter of test counter braces and percentage and end of list. Number 3 is value of counter. Synopsis are value of counter. This command expands to the value of counter. It is often used in set counter or add to counter, but value can be used anywhere that LaTeX expects a number. It must not be preceded by protect. The value command is not used for typesetting the value of the counter. This example of outputs text counter is 6, other counter is 5, new counter of tested, set counter of test of 5, new counter of other, set counter other, and backslash value of test, add to counter test of 1, test counter is Arabic of test, other counter is Arabic of other. This example inserts h space of 4 backslash per indent and set counter of my ctr of 3, add to counter my ctr of 1, add space of value of my city of per indent. Number 4 is set counter and value. Instead of set counter and of value. The set counter command globally sets the value of a counter to the value argument. Note that the counter name does not start with a backslash. Number 5 is add to counter and of value. The add to counter command globally increments a counter by the amount specified by the value argument, which may be inactive. Number 6 is refstepcountr of counter. The refstepcountr command works in the same way as step counter. It globally increments the value of the counter by the 1 and resets the value of any counter number within it for the definition of counters number within. In addition, this command also defines the current backslash def value to be the result of the counter. While the counter value is set globally, the backslash def value is set locally, that is inside the current group. Number 7 is step counter of counter. The step counter command globally adds 1 to the counter and resets all counters numbered within it. For the for the definition of the counters numbered within, number 8, day, month and year. Predefined counters. LaTeX defines counter for the day of the month and day backslash day 1 to 31, month of year backslash month 1 to 12, and year is backslash common era. When text starts up, they are set to the current values on the system where text is running. They are not updated as the job progresses. The related command of backslash today produces a string representing the current day. Friends, thanks for listening to me and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thanks.